Hello everyone, welcome back to Mac Center. I'm Joslin Lockhart and we're here with Coach Lockhart to ask about basketball. How was basketball growing up for you as a kid?
Wow, it's taken me on a far, far journey. I grew up in the gym. My dad was all Army whenever he played basketball, so I used to be around Honeycutt and Reinhardt growing up, and then as my older brother started growing up, I got to be in the gym with him. He started off as Central and then eventually came over here to MacArthur and graduated as a Highlander, as one of the most decorated players to ever come through. So, you know, for me, it was just a way of life.
Also, how did coaches influence you as a player?
Coaches have meant everything to me. I mean, it's not just the word coaching, it's teaching. Basketball is more than just a sport. It's about life. So, you know, they've carried me on, whether it's been good times, whether it's been bad times. It's just been learning through, you know, sweat, blood, tears, everything. So it's taken me everywhere. Coaches have helped me all through. I still call coaches to this day, ones that I've known for 30, 40 years. There are coaches at the high school that I played for that, you know, I still talk to this day. They're still my mentors. So, you know, coaching has kind of taught me. Their coaching has kind of taught me and given me the style that I have, and I just try to build on, you know, what I've been taught in the past.
So your style is basically tough and basically to teach people how to play the sport?
Well, you know, I'd say whenever you're in practice, that's when a whole lot of the toughness comes about, because it is hard. And when you're dealing with, you know, 40, 50, 60 young men and ladies, you have to be tough. You have to be stern, but it's more about teaching them the fundamentals and getting them to where that next level may be, because you have to understand that this level, within about 2 to 3 years, you're going to be at the high school level and you're going to be competing for a state championship. So, yeah, I say it may be tough, but it's more just teaching the fundamentals. And then when it comes to the game, well, it's not about me at that time. It's about, you know, my players, and it's about putting on the show. So I figure if we make it harder in practice, by the time we get to the game is easy, the game is fun. We get to show the crowd something very, very, very fun.
What school did you play basketball in college?
Well, here's the thing. I did not play basketball in college. I actually went to Langston University and I played football in college, and I went there on the 4-year academic scholarship. Now, the other Coach Lockhart, we refer to him as Coach Lockhart 2.0. Once he graduated from MacArthur, he went on to Eastern Oklahoma State Junior College, and then he ended up going to Langston University after playing there 2 years. And he played basketball there and, you know, got to try out for the pros and everything else. Didn't make it, but, you know, he did get to make it to the collegiate level in basketball, and I got to make it to the collegiate level in football.
Did you play any other sports besides basketball and football?
Well, growing up, it was football, basketball, and track. When I was very young, I played soccer, baseball, a little bit of everything. But, you know, whenever I got to high school, you know, you had to kind of pick and choose what you were going to play. So, you know, I lettered in football, basketball, and track.
Why did you decide to be a coach for basketball?
First off, I don't like the weather. You know, football, you get all the extremes. You get the hot, you get the cold, you get the rain. And I'm also a track coach, so I do get, you know, some of that as well. But when it came to basketball, basketball has always been my first love. Like I said, seeing my dad, seeing my brother. So when I got the opportunity to become a basketball coach after actually coaching some summer league teams, I coached a brother in a travel team whenever we lived a little bit far east. And I just loved it. I love teaching the game. I love being around the game. I love the empty gym. I love when the gyms are packed. I just love being around it.
Is there a lesson, or what do you want your players to learn from playing basketball?
Basketball is life. You know, basketball is hard. Life is hard. You know, if you can survive me as a coach, and you can survive, you know, the trials and tribulations that we go through as a team and individually, then you can survive anything in life. I know that whatever their next level may be, whatever their career may be, you know, a lot of those jobs, they look forward to having an athlete, you know, at some of their positions, because they know that we've been through a whole lot of different things. So, you know, it's just about basketball being life, teaching life through basketball.
What made you come back to MacArthur from your past school?
Opportunity. there was some shifting around going on, and opportunity. Coach Gagliardi at the high school had a conversation with the previous head coach I was with, Coach McGuire, and he said, "Hey, if you're looking for somebody, I have the perfect person for you." So I talked with Coach Gagliardi a little bit over the phone, and we had seen each other for the last 6-7 years whenever I was coaching at the other school. So we always had a respect for each other. The same coach that coached me coached him. So we always knew of each other, and when this opportunity came about, I mean, there's no place like going home, and MacArthur is home. I see you all walking through these hallways. These are the same hallways that I walked. I go up to the high school. I still have pictures there of me whenever I played, going to state championships and state semifinals. So whenever you get the opportunity to come back home to a perfect situation, you have to jump on that.
Did MacArthur also look the same when you went to school here?
It was similar. It's a whole lot similar. I mean, you guys have it a whole lot better than we did. I'll just say that.
Okay. How was it like being able to coach with your brother?
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I thought it was going to happen last year, but, the powers that be said we couldn't do it at that particular time. And then, it came about this year. They said, hey, what do you want? Because we had a pretty successful season last year. We won city champs. So this year they gave me, I guess, a little bit more power to say who I wanted to be. My assistant coach, especially since my former assistant coach, she had a baby. So I was kind of left alone. So when they gave me the opportunity to get my older brother, I was like, I had to jump on it. You don't get the opportunity to coach with family, let alone my mentor and my idol. So when that opportunity came about, we had to take it. And then the fact that, we don't know if there's been too many brothers at the middle school level that have got the opportunity to coach together. So, we jumped at it. We love it. We get to see each other every day. It's just like we were kids again, but now we're adults and we're getting to mentor young people.
Well, we hope it won't be like Cobra Kai.
Wow, too funny. You know me too well.
How is the preseason going so far this year for basketball?
Preseason has been very hectic. Before some of the other coaches got out, myself and my brother, we were coaching, we were coaching the girls and the boys. So we had 90-some-odd people in the small gym because volleyball was in the big gym. So it was very chaotic. But now that we've kind of sifted everything out and we've got to about 51 boys in the gym, practices are going very well. We're tough, we're intense, we're detailed, we're organized. I feel like we're going to have a very, very good team. We're working hard. That's all I can say. We're working hard to represent, ourselves, our families, but mainly we're working to represent this big M that we keep on our chest.
At least it's not as hard as it was with 98-something students.
Nah, it's not that challenging, but now, it may be more challenging for the young people because now we have our sets of eyes on them versus 90-some-odd people. So, it's getting about that time. I know our young men, they're itching to go see a different color jersey to play against. I do know that.
Are you ready? What plans do you have for this year?
To dominate. Dominate on the court, dominate in the classroom, dominate in the hallways, which means we have to have good character individuals, good character young men.
Good attitude?
They have to have great attitudes with us. We talk about attitude and effort all the time. We don't care if you mess up. Yeah, of course we want you to do everything right. But if you're going to mess up, we just want you to mess up with full speed.
And mess up the right way.
Hey, mess up the right way. And, along with that, we want you to dominate in the classroom. We have a mandatory study hall that our young men have to attend every day, and they just do it in the gym because we want student athletes, the main word being student. So we always emphasize that, especially with me. I'm a 5-time academic All-American while playing football in college. So that means the most to me more than anything. And then I feel like because we have a large group, we're probably second in number to football, we have the power to affect change throughout the hallways, throughout the building. So myself, my brother, administration, we're always looking at, ways to improve. We're always looking at, are our young men acting the best that they can? Are they being examples, for the rest of the student body? So we're heavily into that, and on the court, that's going to speak for itself. If we're doing everything right in the classroom, we're doing everything right in the hallways, that's going to translate into doing things right on the court.
Does that also mean multitasking?
Well, you have to multitask. Just like in the classroom, you're doing a math problem. I teach math. We're doing 2-3 step equation. You can't just focus on one thing and expect the whole thing to be right.
Because you'd be like using examples from the board, writing down notes on whatever.
Right, and when we do that for basketball as well. They have to be able to see what's going on the court. They have to know. They have to be 2 or 3 plays ahead.
Plays.
Yes, they have to be 2 or 3 steps ahead in order to get things done the right way.
Okay. What are your plans for the coming years as a basketball coach?
Well, we're building a culture. We have a couple of sayings that we're really focused on. Believe is the main thing. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself to have that pride that you need. You have to. We talk about war, and a lot of people see that like, what is war? And war stands for willing and ready. And that was a saying that came whenever I was going through the state playoffs. Whenever I played for the Highlanders. They would give us something every year, every week to focus on, and being willing and ready to do what it takes to succeed was the biggest thing. So whenever we do our MAC clap, we start off with 1, 2, 3, believe, 4, 5, 6, war, 7, 8, 9, state champs. And we bring up state champs because, like I said, we're 2 or 3 years away from
so
you all starting. So you're
getting them ready for high school?
I'm getting them ready for high school, and I'm getting them ready to dominate there.
Okay. Thank you for joining us on Mac Center. 1, 2, 3, believe. 4, 5, 6,
war,
7, 8, 9,
state champs.